Sometimes life twists in strange directions, especially when you throw on a dress, just in case, and end up crashing into someone else's destiny. I was heading to the countryside to disappear for a weekend, breathe in some field dust, eat 3 slices of cake without judgment, and maybe catch a glance or two, just for the ego. But when I stepped out of the old Ziguli, the heat didn't just hit my skin, it hit me with him. He stood by a creaky wooden porch, bottle in hand, laughing like the world owed him the sun. His shirt was fighting his shoulders, and the tie looked like it was seconds away from surrender. And I felt something, not lust, not envy, more like dangerously tempting curiosity. He sat across from me at the wedding table. Winked. His fingers brushed mine while passing a bowl of salad. Through the accordion and toasts, I felt his eyes, not searching, but choosing. And he'd chosen. "You're not from around here?" he asked casually, pouring a shot. "No, but I have a feeling I'm about to become a local legend," I replied, eyes on his lips. The dancing started, but I don't remember a single song. What I do remember is stepping out, allegedly in search of the bathroom, and finding him instead. By the barn. Alone. Less cheerful now. "Lost?" he asked. "Maybe I just found what I was looking for," I said, never breaking eye contact. In that moment, I could have walked away. But I didn't. Because, if I'm being honest, I knew exactly what I was doing. Let me pause for a moment. Tell me in the comments, where are you listening from, and have you ever had a moment in life when things went completely off script? I'd love to know. And don't forget to subscribe, there's so much more to come. Now, let's continue. The barn wasn't just a barn. It was a place where time stood still. Dust floated in the air like a quiet warning, and the hay beneath our feet felt too alive, as if it already knew where this would lead. He followed me inside without a word. Silence wrapped around us, thick, meaningful. Words would have ruined it. Everything we needed to say was already burning in our chests and fingertips. We didn't kiss. There was no sweetness, no promises. It was a silent duel, who would give in first, who would break eye contact, who would remember there was a ring on his finger. "I'm not that kind of guy," he whispered. "I'm not that kind of girl," I replied, though my body said otherwise. We stood too close, breathing each other in. Boundaries, those invisible, fragile lines, dissolved with every second. His hand slid around my waist, and something inside me whispered, "Too late." Then came the evening. We returned like nothing happened. Music echoed from the speakers, her dress danced with the wind, and he held her hand, with the same fingers that had been on me. I watched them. I still felt the hay on my skin, the smell of wood, the taste of something that shouldn't have happened. Someone yelled, "Let's dance without all the extras." It sounded like a dare. He came to me first. She watched. I watched. No one stopped it. Because the game had already started. The morning was sticky and cruel. The air, as if drained from the night before, hovered heavy over the field. I was lying in a haystack, dress wrinkled, hair tangled with straw, and a voice echoing not in my head, but through the phone. It was her. "Thanks for everything," she said with a tone sharp enough to cut through bone. "You knew?" I whispered. "Enough," she replied, then hung up. He was gone. No note, no goodbye, no excuse. As if he'd dissolved into the morning mist along with every foolish thought I'd let myself believe. Just me, left behind on the edge of a country road, wearing a version of myself I barely recognized. A tractor pulled up. The driver looked like someone out of a forgotten story, smirk, cigarette, knowing eyes. "Need a hand?" he asked. "No, I'm just thinking," I said. "You're from that wedding, aren't you?" I nodded. He let out a dry laugh, like he knew more than he said. "Well then, hold on tight. Around here, weddings like that never end without consequences." I watched the tractor disappear into the dust. And I knew, this wasn't the end. It was only the start of something I wasn't ready to name yet. And to think, I only came for cake and fresh air. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story. Have you ever lived through something similar? Your thoughts, your truths, they truly matter to me. I read everything, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like so you don't miss the next thrilling chapters. Wishing you a peaceful day, hopefully a bit calmer than mine. If you stayed until the end, write this in the comments, the Hey remembers everything. That's how I'll know you were with me till the very last word.